So yes, guys, today we're going to be going through my predicted Chelsea 11 for next season. So in goal, got Kepa Arrizabalaga. I feel like he's not going to leave. Like, Chelsea fans might hate him. He might do the odd mistake. He's young though. He's like 20, 25. For a goalkeeper, he's young. He won't leave. I think. Like, it's like saying United paid 80 mil. They paid 70 mil for Kepa. I think. United paid 80 mil for Maguire. He's had bad performances recently. He started off well, isn't it? But recently hasn't been playing well. It's not like we're going to sell Maguire, and if to who? No one's going to want Kepa the same way. No one's going to want Kepa, and who are they going to buy to replace Kepa? No one's out there who will, want to join and lead. Like, you can't talk about big teams. If you look at big teams, you've got Bayern, Barcelona, Real. Who's going to leave to Chelsea? That's why I feel Kepa's going to be in goal. Centre-backs, same thing here, because you got United looking for centre-backs. You got City looking for centre-backs. If United get Champions League, there's no way that they're going to join Chelsea, because United would then look like a very good title contender. But don't get me wrong, Chelsea are also looking like title contenders. If they do sign a good centre-back, and these two signings that I'm going to say today, they might be able to win a league title. So at left back, I would sell as Alonso and get Chilwell if they don't get Europa League, and just try and push from there. Obviously, they've come out and said that he will stay, but personally, I feel like that's just a way to get the price up in it. So, yeah. Then we got Kai Havertz. He's the second signing. Personally, I don't think this is a necessary signing. Him alongside Ziyech and Kante. Kante, when fit, no one can replace in CDM. As for Ziyech, this guy is such a creative player, and yeah. Do I need to say more about him and Havertz in midfield? If they don't get Havertz, which isn't going to look very likely, but it is a possibility, put someone in like Kovacic. He will be a very good player alongside the likes of Kante and Ziyech. And yeah, on the wing, I've decided to put Timo Werner. He has actually played there sometimes for Leipzig. Well, not like at the beginning of games, like midway, and Poulsen goes as to striker. This is all due to his pace. This is a bit like Aubameyang. Aubameyang has the pace to play on the wing, and therefore played on the wing at times for Arsenal, with Lacazette up top. The reason why I put him on the wing is so I can have Abraham at striker. I feel like Abraham is just a very good striker. You can't not have Abraham in the team, and yeah. Next to him, I got Christian Pulisic. I know Pulisic plays on the left, but for Dortmund, he played on the right. So, might as well just put him on the right, seeing that I didn't want to put Willy in there. So, if, let's say, one of these two strikers are not in form, we could obviously just move one to striker and put another winger on the left or right side. So let's go to the bench. The bench, we've got Willy Caballero, good penalty saver. Backup keepers don't necessarily get touched too much. For me, he's like one of the second or third best backup keepers. In my opinion, the first has to be Romero. And I'm probably going to say he's next to second best goalkeeper. So the backup keeper, he's probably second best because of his penalty saves. Then probably Bravo, although I don't really trust Bravo, but Then we got Kovacic. Now, I could put him in the first team, but that's because I want to sign Havertz if I was to play if this was a Chelsea team. And yeah. Backup winger, Callum Hudson-Odoi. This team will have depth if they make these two signings. If they don't, they still have depth. If I was to just throw Kovacic in there, they still have depth. If we just remove Havertz and put in like Loftus-Cheek or something, they still have depth. If we just like put, I don't know, Emerson, for example. So if I was to remove Kai Havertz from this year and put Emerson, because I haven't included Emerson in here because there was not enough space, but I might as well put him in now. Chelsea still have squad depth. So Loftus-Cheek, I think he's been injured. Him and Callum Hudson-Odoi started off injured and then they came back, eased into games. You got Mount, who's just a very good player. This is the depth I'm talking about that Chelsea have. Then we got Willian. Experience is needed, and I feel like he has to sign. Jorginho, same thing for him. I feel like he'll be a good rotation slash if Kante or Kovacic, or if they do sign Havertz is injured, just slap him in there. Then we got Giroud. Now, Olivier Giroud is for me better than Batshuayi or Batshuayi, however you say his name. Basically because of the experience he's had in the Premier League, and I feel like if he stays, I mean, I think he will stay and Batshuayi will leave. Batshuayi is younger, so more clubs will want him. So I think they should keep Giroud for the experience, and obviously he scored yesterday against Norwich. So yeah. I said Jorginho should stay. Very good player. And yeah, he's favoured by the crowd, I think. Willian, like I say, he's another fan favourite, but he is, I think, contract expiring. I feel like he should stay. He's a very good player. Experience is needed. Like when you look at, if you want to compete with City, this bench alone will compete with City's. And yeah, then we got Barkley, Rudiger, Emerson. These men are fringes. They're not like, okay, Barkley recently has been turning up to performances. You know, he's done really well recently. And yeah, Rudiger, I don't think he's been getting chances this season, but you know, him and Emerson are basically backups. Christensen, who's actually a first team player, so I might as well just put him on the bench. I feel like he's first team over Tomori sometimes, but I don't watch Chelsea games. Personally, I feel like he's a very good player, but I would just rather have Kurt Zouma and Rudiger at the back, just because they're younger. I mean, we could always slap in Christensen instead of Tomori. It doesn't really make a difference. And the last guy I have is James. Now, the reason why I put Reese James here is because, obviously, I would have put him on the bench, but when you look at the attacking options on the bench, you just can't put Reese James on there. I feel like Chelsea are going to need all the attacking options they can get. Obviously, against like the bigger teams, but against the smaller teams, you could put some defensive players on the bench just to hold up a lead if they can't, or stuff like that. And yeah, that is my opinion. They should not sell Emerson, not Rudiger, because they do need defenders. And if they were to get a defender, who would they get? In my opinion, who's impressing at the moment? So let's say they do sell, or not sell, but get someone new. I don't think they'll sell. I'm just saying it now. I don't think they're gonna sell anyone. But I'm just gonna remove someone here. I'm gonna have to sacrifice. Okay, I'll sacrifice Emerson again. Yeah. If they had to sign a centre back, who can I think of who's doing well? I won't say. I don't think it's gonna be Alaba. I'm gonna say Boateng. I think Jerome Boateng is a good signing. The problem with Boateng is that you don't know what Boateng you're gonna get. If you get what I'm trying to say, you don't know if you're gonna get the Boateng that has been playing this season, or you're gonna get the Boateng that's been for the last 3 seasons being quiet. So it would be a decent signing to have. But should it be Boateng? You guys let me know who you think they should send a centre back in the comment section below. Personally, I don't know. Boateng, Alaba, those are names that just pop up for me. Backup left back. If they want to sign if they can't sign Chilwell, in my opinion, go for Alex Sandro. He's a very, very good left back. Plays for Juve. It'll be under the radar now. A few seasons ago, this was not being under the radar. Now it kind of is, and you know, I don't think they would get him, but it is a very good left back signing. I think he will be cheaper than Chilwell, because Chilwell's English. He's a rival. As for Sandro, he's been quiet recently, so I think they should sign someone like Sandro if they can't sign Chilwell, and they have been linked to Sandro in the past. And yeah. If they can't sign Havertz, like I said earlier, throw in Kovacic, or they could sign, I don't know, Maddison if they sign Chilwell. You never know, it's just very lesser of players. But yeah, Maddison, the reason why I say that is because him and Chilwell are friends, obviously. But yeah, I feel Chelsea do have a lot of potential going forward. Let's say they don't sign Boateng, they could still have someone like Emerson. I mean, not Emerson. They could still have people like Christensen, Rudiger, although that defense is looking shaky, it, you know, it's a good option to have Christensen, Rudiger out there, you know. But yeah, the defense is the only part that looks shaky for me, especially with Kepa in goal. But you know, I think Kepa could prove himself. He'll be a very good player, and I feel like this team would do well. So yep, that is my Chelsea 11. And what I thought, you know, what signings could be made. I feel like they definitely need a centre back, but I'm not sure who they're linked with. I'm not sure who they need. I suggested Boateng. I could suggest Alaba, put it out there. But they're highly unlikely to leave their clubs at this moment in time. Koulibaly is looking to go to United or City, mostly City. Maybe someone like Skriniar, I feel, could do the job. I'm not sure, but maybe Skriniar. Skriniar could do a good job here, but I feel like he's a more of a Man City signing, if you go and try to say it. And yes, guys, that has been it from your boy Sparks HD. Hope to see you guys soon, and peace.
My little stranglers, this beef is fine, don't get caught lacking. Yo, too late, all families capping. I see Broski watching, catching, mopping. Hopped out the ride and chopped him. They get back, dropped him. Everyone's flossing, gassed up, OT bopping. Machine gun shopping, shotgun locking. 2 hands bow and popping. My aunt used to ask if I'm